Anyway, shall we check out some new gacha games, guys? Azur Promilia, you guys know the game. If you don't, you've probably been living under a rock. It's coming. I don't know when it's coming. Hopefully we'll find out in this video, actually. It does look really high production quality. It looks like a AAA type gacha game, right? You know, there we like the Wuthering Waves, the Genshins, you know, the big games. Like, I'm excited about it because it does look good. My excitement's tempered slightly, purely because it's another open world fantasy setting. I don't have a problem with that. I love fantasy settings, but of course, right off the back of Wuthering Waves, you know, Genshin, Wuthering Waves into this, it's kind of, you know, I'm like, okay, looking forward to it, but you know, something like Enfield, something like Zenless, the world's just a bit more interesting to me at the moment. But they are a female-only game, I believe, and some people have been complaining about that, and the devs came out and went, basically, look, this is a female-only game, jog on. Well, I think they did anyway. I might be telling lies, so take that with a pinch of salt. Anyway, let's check this out then. Azur Promilia set sail towards the blue beyond. It's been a while since we saw anything new from the devs, hasn't it? So let's see what it's about then. Visually, the game looks good, like, from what I've seen. Combat looks decent as well. Like a big emphasis on, like, the monsters and stuff, yeah. Sorry to pause you straight off the bat. That's one thing I did notice from what we saw before. It always seemed like you were fighting monsters. So that'll be interesting to see if that's always the case. Okay, so I think that's the MC. Oh my god, dude. I think that was the MC right there, the dude, and then we saw massive titties. Not mad about it. So the combat looks slick, you know? This looks slick. Okay, I think that's the MC, yeah, that's the dude. Environmental design looks great. Very Genshin. I'd say the art style leans a little bit more towards the Genshin art style, doesn't it? Just looks better. Character models look great as well. VFX looks good, animations look decent. Okay, so we got Pokemon. So I think we can use these as mounting in combat, yeah. My LMC literally unplayable. Okay, so it looks like there's a bit of a PALWORLD thing going on here as well. Yeah, it looks like you've got some base building. You're using the monster things to cook and stuff as well. We're sowing seeds. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm down for that. It's all very cute. Oh, it looks like you can breed as well by the looks of it. That looks very PALWORLD, the eggs and that, like. Okay, so we got like a proper farmstead. Combat looks kind of fun though, man. Right? Am I tripping? Okay, looks like we got proper boss mechanics as well. That butterfly girl. She riding a unicorn. Okay. Levuich. Why is the gacha inside my farming sim? Yeah, again, another trailer that, you know, really does look like a high quality game, doesn't he? Like, for me, I'd say, in terms of, like, the art style, this feels like it's leaning a little bit more towards the Genshin art style, but just with a better graphic fidelity. Interesting that, like I say, we've got base building, or, I guess, farming in the game. So, this just gives me PALWORLD vibes, right? You know? Looks like we're kind of using monsters, creatures, whatever the frick they're called, I don't know, to do the same thing as you would in PALWORLD to do your busy work. Basically, you've got slave labor, pretty much. We're capturing them, putting them to work. Okay, we've got our little fire Pidgeotto over here, cooking in the furnaces. So it looks like there's a bunch of different creatures at work here. I'm assuming we've built all these little fences and areas as well, which I'm down for that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm down for a little bit of this like farming, building, crafting stuff. Looks like we're sowing some seeds here as well, and I don't know if we've put these buildings up or they were here already. Be interested to see if we do have a either it's just plot placements or we can actually build them. Looking at these, if these are something we've put down, these just look like static plot placements, don't they? You know, rather than you can usually tell when a game's let you build something because it's got that sort of like geometric kind of shape to it where you've clicked stuff together and slotted stuff in. This looks more like, you know, you maybe unlock this and you can just place it down if it wasn't already there anyway. So yeah, this looks cool. Obviously, it looks like we're bringing the creatures in again to do the slave labor. Environmental design, top notch, right? I'm assuming this is in engine. This is probably some kind of like dialogue scene going on here or just some sort of cinematic. I'm not too sure, but this looks like it's all in engine. So this is gameplay, what the world's going to probably look like when you're in it. It all looks very impressive. We got some good looking water here. Character models look great as well. We got some huge boobs at the start of the video as well, which is always a massive plus, right? We've got mounts. We've got flying mounts as well, which we can obviously see at the start. We've got flying mounts. So that'll be interesting to see how traversal and how the world will be. Because, like, obviously, it's great to have mounts, right? It's awesome to have mounts. But sometimes, if a game's designed around a mount, sometimes it allows the developers to potentially make the world a little bit less interesting and a little bit less significant, maybe. Because you can always just go from A to B via your mount or fly over there, which I hope that's not the case. Hopefully, let me go around doing this and give me this freedom, but make sure the world's full of things, you know. There's a lot of depth to it, which, looking at it, it does look like there is. Obviously, this could be just empty terrain, though, and there's not much going on here. We look like we've got an Aether Gate over here as well, don't we? So, yeah, this looks really cool, actually. Again, I think... Sorry, I got the sniffles. The biggest thing that's, like, not putting me off, but it's, like I say, it's probably reducing my excitement is just the setting of the world. And it's not a bad setting. It's just coming off the back of Wuthering Waves, Genshin. You know, it's like, okay, it's another open world fantasy game. But it looks good enough that I'm definitely going to be playing this. I'm sure we're all probably going to be playing this if we can run it anyway. We've got a male MC. Holy cow. We've already seen who everybody's going to want to get here. She looks like she's potentially maybe some sort of buffer healer character. And damn, she got some buffs. She got some big buffs. Kind of cool looking character, like an elf chick by the looks of it, yeah. I like the design of the characters. The models look good though as well, don't they? We know the models look good, chat. We've got some like witch looking character here. Looks like we've definitely got some almost, I guess like a bit of an element of fantasy sci-fi here as well. This looks almost industrial, almost kind of Final Fantasy VII kind of vibes here. Male MC lame. I think it's because it's an all-female cast. I think they're going potentially like, you know, there's probably going to be like a bit of, I don't know, like some docky stuff in here maybe. Which, this bit here though, this bit of a range combat looks kind of good, man. It looks smooth. Animations look good. Looks very, it gives me like proper bow MML RPG sort of combat vibes. The combat looks decent. It looks like on some of the bigger fights as well, we've potentially got like boss mechanics also. Obviously, we can see the mounts here running around. Environments look really cool. Yeah, the combat looks pretty dope, actually. The animations look really good. I do like the fact that, you know, we've got lots of numbers on screen. We've obviously got elemental well, not reactions, but we've got some sort of elemental thing here because they were all shocked and were chaining attacks here by the looks of it as well. But yeah, we could see a little bit further in as well. Where was it? That there is actually like some mechanics to the boss combat, at least, even if they are like sort of just standard mechanics. I think it was here, right? In a little bit. Yeah. We can see here, obviously, we've got like the sort of bullet hell types mechanics here. And we've got like the, obviously, aerial range stuff here. Don't be in the spots on the ground kind of stuff. Be interested to see how far they go with that. I think a lot of gacha games kind of, they lack a little bit in that area, don't they? which is one thing I hope Enfield definitely dial up also. Give it, you know, like I want to feel some of these bosses. I'm down for like some proper RPG MMO type boss fights. Be interesting as well. I don't know if this game allows for co-op. Would be, it looks like it'd be the type of game that would be good in co-op potentially, especially if you can show off your farmstead and stuff. But yeah, guys, what do you think, man? I it's looking all right, man. I think it's looking all right, you know. From a production value kind of thing, it's up there, right? The combat looks good. The environmental design looks good. Everything looks cute and pretty. It's just whether you're into it, really, I think is a question, you know? Again, for me, another fantasy setting. It's like, okay, it's another fantasy setting. That kind of it knocks off a point for me. But everything else looks pretty all right, really. It's nothing groundbreaking. It just looks like it's doing what it's doing good, right? You know? It's not anything we haven't seen before. I like the introduction of like the base and farm stuff. I suppose that could be something where it attempts to differentiate itself. It depends on how interesting the mechanics are with these, like, let's just call them monsters that you can put in your pocket. How intricate that becomes and how much nuance it adds to the game. I think that'll be a big factor there as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to check it out. But again, I think just the fantasy setting is kind of like holding it back a little bit for me, you know? It's kind of holding it back a little bit for me. I think I'll skip Azur Promilia. Not in my interest. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's all right. Not my cup of tea, though. Fair. Not my cup of tea. Probably someone else's. The hot take bounce. Obviously, not always like that. Amount of stuff on screen looks exhausting. That's a fair point, actually. That is a fair point. It's quite it's quite busy on screen, isn't it? I'll give you that. That's a good point, actually. The reason this game is female only is because Erlane has a really dedicated CN fandom to the point where even a slight interaction from your waifu with another man is considered NTR for CN. Yes, I was going to say, that's a good point, actually. That is a good point. But yes, because some people have been questioning, like, oh man, where's the males at? And the devs were basically, look, this ain't the game for you, brother. Which, hey, you know what? I guess that's going to turn some people off. But you know what? You got to respect the devs' decisions. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do, really. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. I think it looks good. I think it looks like a decent gacha game. The combat, I think, is going to be the strong point of this. Personally, maybe I think you might be right. Dial down the amount of clutter that's on screen. Now it's interesting actually because with all these combat scenes, this is probably for cinematics, but there's no UI, is there? I'm imagining this is all just for cinematics, but it'd be interesting. Would like to see a gacha game that's like very minimalistic on UI, because there's usually a lot of stuff going on screen in most games, isn't there? But yeah, be interesting to see. I'm curious. There you go. For anybody who wants a dude in the game, you got an MC. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think as well. And if I upload this, drop a like on the video, all that good stuff. I might upload it. All right.